So I'm curious, have you ever thought about how mindset in making like one small shift could totally change your life? Welcome to Mindfulness Monday, here to give you an empowering start to your week in a quick, impactful, and enjoyable way. Now let's dive in. Okay, so mindset. Your mindset is the foundation that everything is built upon. It's that driving force behind your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. T. If you want to achieve your goals and live that fulfilling life, you really want to make sure that your mindset is right. Realizing too, even if you like have those skills in order to achieve something, if the thoughts aren't right, the skills don't matter. Okay, think about it like this. How many people do you know that are stuck in a rut, feeling like they're not good enough or they're not capable to achieve their dreams, held back by limiting beliefs and negative self talk? Hey, and I'll call myself out here. I used to be one of them with those thoughts of I wasn't good enough. I was a huge self ass kicker, talking down to myself in not the most productive ways. Then I realized those were excuses. Yes, I said it, excuses. It was time for me to take action and stop avoiding taking responsibility to change my mindset so I could change my life for the better. Now, I could have chosen to stay that victim of my past programming or make that decision. Well, actually, I made the decision to rise to the challenge, to shift to have a more empowering mindset. If you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things change. Wayne Dyer said that. So I'll share with you even a personal story. And this one's kind of funny when you think about it. So I used to be challenged doing live Zooms to train the sales team and as well as other people around the country. I would seriously be nervous and uncomfortable and just really uneasy about the whole thing. Then I realized I was allowing fear in some past things that happened to me when I was a kid to hold me back. So I took some deep breaths. I just did it. And then I continued to do it again and again. And realizing that it wasn't about that story I had made up in my head. I made it more about showing up and serving others. Taking taking the focus off of myself. Also, too, with this, willing to be uncomfortable so then I could grow. Being okay if I mess things up and not getting down on myself if I did. Because at that time, I would tie my self-worth to that. Because I thought if I messed up, that I actually wasn't any good. And mess ups are just part of the process. And again, that great opportunity for growth. I mean, I've seen so many people get stuck with the fixed mindset. I did a lot of training, y'all, but they would think they were either born with the talent or not. They didn't believe at times that they could learn and grow. And if you think about it, our brains are able to reorganize and adapt. The fancy word for neuroplasticity or neuroplastic. You can learn new skills, developing a new habit, and adapting a new mindset. There is one key mindset shift that could lead to a significant improvement on your life. It's to shift from that fixed mindset to that growth mindset. When you have that growth mindset, you believe in your abilities to develop through doing the work, being dedicated and persistent. You are not limited by your current abilities or intelligence. You're open to learn and grow and be okay with being a little uncomfortable to keep moving forward. This mindset shift is essential because it allows you to take your failures as opportunities for growth. You either win or you learn. And still then, because you learned, you win. You're no longer held back by fears and doubts. You're willing to take action, even though it's uncomfortable and there might be some uncertainty. And that's when the magic happens. And that's when you really start to see real progress and growth in your life. How can you implement this kind of mindset in your daily life? So, here are the major points of this: you're going to recognize, then you're going to question, think, and answer. So, the most important part here is to really be aware and recognize when this is coming up, when you're noticing, when you're having those negative thoughts or that feeling of being stuck. So, now the next part, the question, think, and answer. So, this question, I'm not taking any credit for it. I have actually learned it from this book right here, Excuses Be Gone by Wayne Dyer. I'll link a thing for it in the description. Anyhow, the one question that you want to ask yourself is this 100% true? And then thinking of it in the opposite form and in a more empowering form. So I'll give an example. So let's say you think something's going to be difficult. Is that 100% true? And what's the opposite of it? Is it possible that a solution could come with ease? So now you really have a choice here, because you don't know if it's going to be difficult or if the solution will come to you at ease. You're presupposing. So now you can choose and decide a more empowering way to look at that. And then here's another way too that you can do the question, thought, answer. So here's the question: what would life look like if I didn't use this as an excuse? Now, this might be a little triggering for some people. Say, like, well, you don't understand what happened to me. Uh, I've gone through this, I've gone through that, and you're just saying an excuse. That's fine. You can shift it to it's a challenge. We've all have gone through some major challenges in our life. It's up to us now, after we have gone through those things, whether we decide to remain stuck there or move forward from and grow from and transform from, turn that pain to empowerment. So, back to that question. If you like, we can change that word. We can change that word to the challenge. What would life look like if I didn't allow that challenge to hold me back? And here, I'd actually like for you to close your eyes and visualize it. Now, here's one other way too you can use the question, thought, answer. Just see which one feels best for you. So, I'm really fond of replacing, and how you would actually question it would be, how can I make this more empowering? And the example would be, let's say you say, I'm not good enough. So the replacement to that will be, I am capable of learning and growing. Because also, too, remember, nature abhors a vacuum. So if you're taking out a negative thought, you want to replace it in with something else, you might as well replace it in with something more empowering. Because also remember, too, where focus goes, energy flows. And the biggest part of all this is that this is a journey. And the really cool, neat part about all this is who you become through the process. Your mindset is the foundation of your success. Keep investing in it and enjoying the growth. And know, with a growth mindset, every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. And let me leave you with this one final quote: the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Now, also, since you've committed to the end here, I did put together a PDF. So down in the comment below, if you want to go ahead and click that, you would have a PDF of this, so you can implement these for yourself. And I'll include those quotes as well for you. Now, keep empowering that mindset. And if you happen to have been dealing with a bit of inner turmoil, I've got 3 easy and effective ways to shift that to some inner peace with this video right here.